Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, going back to the Emmanuelle well once again. This is something called the Daughter of Emmanuelle. Let's watch. Alright, our movie starts out with this is during wartime. That's Emmanuelle on the left, and she's met a soldier. His name is George. Anyway, they've fallen for each other.
Emmanuelle, I love you, and I want to marry you.
A whirlwind romance. Anyway, he's got to catch his train, but he's going to meet her tomorrow at the church.
Don't forget our date tomorrow. Run at the church, okay?
To get married.
Till tomorrow.
Got it. Anderson? I'm sorry, sir, but your leave is canceled. Your squadron's taking off in 30 minutes. I'm getting married in 20 minutes. I'm sorry, sir, but those are my orders. Come along, sir. We better.
So the marriage will be delayed. He tries to get a letter to Emmanuelle.
I'd like to leave a message. Do you have something to write with? Here you are, sir. Officer, clear. Would you see that this note gets delivered by our cars?
But he ain't gonna deliver shit. God, I hope George doesn't have amnesia. Fast forward 20 years. Emmanuelle has a daughter named Pussy.
Seems like another world.
That's Pussy on the right.
Makes Paris look sick. I'm glad you like it.
And they're visiting Greece.
Pussycat, I think you'd better start getting ready. There's an interview downstairs in a little while.
Whatever happened to George, you might ask? Apparently he was injured in the war and got amnesia. Oh no.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Why not?
I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything before a certain day in 1955. On that day, I woke up in a prison. My mind was a complete blank. I'd been injured. I was a prisoner of war. I didn't know who I was or where I was at. The only thing I found in my pocket was this subway.
Today he goes by the name of Roger.
Get dressed. Get out.
Roger meets Pussy for the first time. She was doing some sort of strip show, and he didn't appreciate it.
Where are you going?
The next day, Roger and Pussy meet under better circumstances.
Tell me, how old are you anyway?
69. Anything else?
Yeah. You still do it like that?
He has no memory of Emmanuelle, or that Emmanuelle has a daughter, who we're led to believe is his daughter. So even though the night before he yelled at her and told her to get dressed and even slapped her, they go sailing together today. And in spite of the age difference, they fall for each other really quick.
No matter how badly I mistreat her, she keeps coming back for more.
It makes me feel so strange inside. Could this be love?
I don't know what it is about you, honey, but I want you.
Want you.
Want you.
Want you.
Want you.
Want you.
They do a little skinny dipping together. Which leads to some sex on the beach.
You're fascinated because he's an older man.
He's wearing a Wisconsin sweater.
No, considering the difference in ages.
That's your friend Pierre.
Your father. In fact, that's being generous. He could almost be your grandfather.
I see. You're jealous.
She likes him.
Don't deny it, Pierre. You're jealous.
Me jealous? Don't be silly. That'll be the day.
This is her friend Helen. She thinks being with Roger's a bad idea.
You know how I feel.
Especially since she wants her to
No
herself.
one can give you the affection I can give you. Forget about him. We'll go away for a while. Just the two of us. Oh, pussy. No. Pussy.
Pussy!
Finds all the ball breakers.
Here's Emmanuelle.
I'm not your love. Who's speaking?
I'm sorry. This Pussy's house?
Yes, Sir Roger.
Oh. Good evening, ma'am. I'm Roger Lane. Sorry I called so late. And Dr. Pussy?
Well, I guess so.
Doesn't recognize his
Just a
voice.
second. Don't hang up.
Pussy's pregnant.
You're pregnant, aren't you, Pussy? And you haven't told anyone. Oh, you noticed, huh? Uh-huh. Tell me, who's the father? It's Roger. How can you be so sure? Oh, because I haven't made love with anybody else since I met him.
2 on a
Didn't
treadmill.
have an abortion. I thought of that, but then rejected it. I'd rather have my baby to play with instead.
Well, he goes back to Paris with Pussy to see if he can jog his memories about anything. And of course, that's where Emmanuelle lives.
A complete blank.
Here, Pussy gets to introduce Roger to her mother, Emmanuelle.
Then you're really going?
He does not recognize Emmanuelle, but she recognizes him. As you can tell by the flashbacks. Could it really be him?
Hello, Mr. Ray. How are you? I'm Henry the photographer. Remember? Yes.
It's Pierre.
Yeah, how do you do?
It's not possible.
Yes, George asked. And if it isn't George, he could be a spitting image.
How could he? I can't believe it. How could he walk in here like that? After all this time, why the nerve?
Child, you're expecting?
He gets
Why
the
didn't you tell me
news.
I wouldn't want to force you into taking me away because of the child.
This changes everything. Maybe it's a big responsibility.
You know I love you.
So Emmanuelle takes Roger out to speak to him.
I'm sure that when you were 20 years old, you would met your first big love.
What difference does it make how I felt when I was 20 years old?
Well, when you're at that age, a person usually experiences his first love. The first real.
And she confronts him.
Yes, your amnesia. Will you stop it? Stop pretending. You should have been an actor, George. It would have been marvelous.
George? George? Why do you call me George? Well, answer me. Why?
He asks for proof that they knew each other.
Look at it.
And she's got the goods.
It's you.
And then the realization's going to come through in a second
Fools have us.
about that baby.
Get out of here, you filthy pig. Go back to where you came from and don't ruin another life. Pussy is our daughter. And you've gotten your own daughter pregnant.
And now he's going to be sick. So of course he's got to break it off with Pussy.
Darling, tell me, please.
Something most men don't want to do.
I understand. Going away alone. I'm sorry.
To panic again.
Mama
Scared
wants
inside.
her to
You
get rid of
would
that
like to be
baby.
Free of all responsibility. You must have an abortion. And as soon as possible. I was so happy with him, Mother. But you don't want a child by someone who's...
Well, Pussy is so distraught that she turns on the stove in her place and tries to commit suicide. Her friends rescue her just in time, but she ends up losing the baby.
Pussy! Pussy!
Oh my God, open the window, somebody, quick!
There was nothing you could do.
So the baby's lost, but get
If nothing
this.
else, her suicide attempt put an end to any proof of incest.
Are you kidding? Pussy isn't his daughter. What did you say? I said that Pussy isn't his daughter. But are you sure?
Oh, yes, she was born around a year and a half after he disappeared.
Who is the father then?
Who knows? When George left, I went with so many men, I don't know who the father was.
Anyway, Emmanuelle's mad at Roger, that's why she told him that, but she has the moral conscience here, so she tries to get Roger before he hops on a plane to go back to America. But guess what? She doesn't reach him in time. And our film ends with Roger getting on an airplane, and he's gone. Alright, let's talk about this movie, The Daughter of Emmanuelle. Pretty sleazy was this thing. Now, first of all, let's not confuse this with Emmanuelle's daughter, also known as Emmanuelle, Queen of Sados, with Laura Gimser, something I reviewed, I think, last year. This is The Daughter of Emmanuelle. I believe it's a French or Italian-made film. Okay, it starts out, I guess, in World War II. Or 1955, I guess it was. I'm not sure. Yeah, 1955. Maybe it's the Korean War. I don't know. But anyway, this guy and Emmanuelle, George and Emmanuelle have an affair. She ends up pregnant. At least that's what we're led to believe later on. He gets called away to back to war on the day he's supposed to get married, a half hour before. He gives a note to this guy. Hey, give this to my fiance. The guy crushes up the note and it never gets to her. She's jolted at the altar and she never hears from George again because George apparently got injured in war and woke up in a POW camp with amnesia, and end of story. So anyway, fast forward 20 years. He's back in town. He now goes by the name of Roger, because I guess he couldn't remember his name, and I guess the army couldn't figure out who he was either, I guess. I don't know. But he meets this girl, and her name is Pussy. Yes, her name is Pussy. That's what they call in the film, Pussy. Pussy is Emmanuelle's daughter. Of course she is. And we're led to believe that Pussy was the result of the affair that she had with George back in the day. So anyway, George, a.k.a. Roger, meets Pussy. Even though there's an age difference between the two, they fall in love, and he wants to marry her. And they're going to get married. That's the plan. And then Pussy introduces Roger to her mom, Emmanuelle. And Emmanuelle's like, I know that dude. Oh my God, that's George. So she confronts George about it. And oh, by the way, I also forgot to mention, by this time, Pussy is pregnant with Roger's baby. She confronts Roger, a.k.a. George, and says, stop this act. You know who you are. You jolted me 20 years ago, blah, blah, blah. You just impregnated your own daughter. And, of course, she doesn't realize that he actually did have amnesia and had no clue. Of course, now he's sick and throws up because he realized he just had sex with his daughter and impregnated her. Meanwhile, Emmanuelle wants Pussy to have an abortion, but then there's an accident and she tries to commit suicide and the baby is lost anyway. But it turns out she lied about the whole damn thing. She said, oh, no, he wasn't the father. I just lied because I wanted to get him angry. I want to get revenge. Turns out she doesn't even know who the father was, but it was somebody long after she left, or Roger left her, George left her. So she tries to make amends at the very end and say, oh, I'm sorry. She tries to chase him down at the airport, but he leaves. He's gone. He's back on a plane back to the U.S. or wherever, and that's how our movie ends. So it wasn't as sleazy as they were leading us up to believe at first, but it's pretty sleazy nonetheless. There's plenty of nudity in this movie. It's not really an official Emmanuelle movie by any of the Gimser or Sylvia Crystal movies, but there is a character named Emmanuelle, and it is pretty damn sleazy. Actresses are nice looking in this film, and damn, yeah, wow. So anyway, I don't know where this thing came from. I just happened to see this on eBay, and it's like, I don't have that Emmanuelle movie. I got to get it, so I got it. So anyway, not the greatest quality flick in terms of the picture quality on this disc, but it's the best you're ever going to find, I'm sure. Check it out. It's The Daughter of Emmanuelle. It's pretty damn sleazy, and her daughter's name is Pussy. Pussy. Gotta love it. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments down below. Bye.